Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cup Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic day, wherever you are around the world. And welcome back to another Liverpool news episode for you guys this evening or this afternoon, wherever you are around the world. But yes, hello, it has been a while. I don't think I've done a proper stream in about 4 or 5 days, so again, apologies for that. Again, I've been ill, so hopefully, just in time for the new season. Hopefully, we're back right. Anyway, and of course, there's been major news, of course, in the last 24 hours concerning two in particular players, but of course, as a whole. There's been a lot of news, of course, regarding the football club as well. But of course, we will be talking about obviously Romeo Lavia and of course Moises Caicedo. We will be discussing both of these in today's episode. Of course, tonight as well, we're going to be doing a Premier League prediction show, so that will be at 9 p.m. tonight, as usual. The usual time slot is what we usually are live. Again, 9 p.m. normal slot. And again, apologies if the stream is blurry again. Don't know why it is. Why it does it. I'm gonna have to fix it, and I don't know how. So again, hopefully we'll be able to sort it out. In due time anyway. But let me dive straight into the comments then. Of course, let me know your guys' thoughts on the news, of course, obviously about Lavia and Caicedo. We'll be going all through it in a brief moment, of course. Anyway, let me quickly turn this off and see whether this is the thing that is causing me to be blurry. There we go. But Chelsea are getting Lavia and Caicedo. I told you they would get Lavia and we would sign no one. And in right and in and we've got no money. I think that's what Daryl means anyway. Seeing Daryl anyway, Avenger says Liverpool are doing a lot of exploring, haven't they? Yet they seem to have difficulty putting bids in. They know the Saints wanted 50 million, but won't pay the Seagulls want 100 million. Yeah, no, exactly. That's the big question mark, isn't it? Avenger is of course, if Liverpool can't put 50 up for Lavia, then, how on earth do we expect them to put up 100 for Caicedo? That is absolutely the truth of it. And again, obviously, we'll talk about that in a brief moment. Joke of a club, as I said, no one is coming. They have no money, as they said from the start as well. Hi, everyone as well. Hello, Carl. Hope you're doing well, mate. 10th for who us? Again, I know plenty of people will say that. Jonathan is saying, how can we afford Caicedo when we won't pay the money for Lavia? Again, good point as well, 100%. I actually said to my dad about Chelsea Lavia bid, don't be shocked if we get linked to Caicedo. Well, again, we'll discuss Moises Caicedo and, of course, Romeo Lavia in due time as well. But, of course, if anyone's new around you, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, guys. And, again, hopefully all of you are doing well as well. Again, sorry, and again, I apologise if I do sound a bit ill. Again, recovering from a really bad cold that just was horrific. So, again, if I was to do the streams, I could talk probably 10 minutes, and that was it. So, again, apologies for being away for so long anyway, but we will dive straight into the news then. If you guys haven't seen the news over the last 24 hours now, David Ornstein tweeted out last night saying that Southampton have tonight received an offer from Chelsea for Romeo Lavia. Chelsea proposal £48 million, including add-ons. Closest anyone has come to the Saints' £50 million valuation. To date, 19-year-old subject to multiple rejected bids from Liverpool. And of course, obviously, we know the fact Liverpool been chasing Lavia for some time as well. But today, Paul Joyce tweeted out, of course, saying, not tweeted out, sorry, obviously quoted in his article piece earlier on, saying Southampton have rejected Chelsea's offer for Romeo Lavia. So again, the 50 million is the be-all and end-all, of course. When it comes to Romeo Lavia, again, I think plenty of people, some people have the opinion of, again, well, you look at Southampton, you look at the last couple of deals that they've done, obviously leaving the club. You look at Livramento going to Newcastle. You look at James Ward-Prowse going to West Ham. Of course, I think both valuations was around 40-50 million pounds, and you got, again, the 10 million struck off for both deals. And I think some people have gone, well, why can't Liverpool do that, and why can't it happened in the Lavia situation. It's simply because of that sell-on clause for Manchester City. Again, Southampton would have, again, they would get the profit of it, but again, I think what people do forget is Southampton do have to pay 20% of the profit towards Manchester City, which again, I think if it was to be 50 million, would be around, I think, £9 million that Southampton would have to pay towards Manchester City. So again, it isn't just a straight, there's 50 million, Southampton keep it all. It's the fact that, again, it goes to certain aspects of things. Don't know whether or not, if anything, is there in terms of a previous club as well with Lavia. Again, we don't know the fine details of these contracts, do we? So again, though, it is just building up a frustration. Again, Liverpool should have had their DMs sorted by now. We said over the last weeks, and again, we've said that so many times that many people would turn around. Again, apologies if I am blurry. Let me quickly see if I can check. Again, I can't do anything about it, guys. Again, StreamYard, don't know why it does it. Doesn't do anything else. Everything else is fine. Again, when I record videos, upload videos, fine. StreamYard doesn't work. Again, I don't know why it does it. Let me quickly see if I can change or do something. Anyway, but again, apologies for it. But again, Liverpool should have had their DM sorted by now. And again, I don't know why Liverpool have not got it sorted yet. Because again, it is very, very frustrating to see, witness, and just to turn around and go, like what on earth are we doing? Because it is an absolute shambles at the minute what is going on. Because again, Liverpool, it's not just a DM. Liverpool need another midfielder, and we need a centre back as well. It's not just about, get a DM in and then everything is fine, everything is good with the squad. Liverpool need a centre half and another midfielder, one that could play the 6 and the 8, or even an 8. I think Liverpool are really missing out on that at the moment. And realistically, Liverpool are behind. Again, you look at the squad. I think we've got in terms of numbers, we've got the weakest squads in the Premier League. Again, the rebuild it was supposed to be. You can't really have a rebuild with just Alexis McAllister and Dominic Szoboszlai. It's a great start to a rebuild in Liverpool's midfield, but again, we should have had more people in the door by now. And the fact that we are with Lavia, for example, are looking at it and going, oh, well, we don't want to play, because that's the main thing as well. I think what people to forget about it. It's not necessarily the fact Liverpool don't have the money, even though, again, we're clutching at straws in that regard. But the other thing as well is Liverpool's valuation of Romeo Lavia is around 40 million. We've known this. Around 35, 40 million is what Liverpool wanted to pay. But realistically, in this market, 50 million is probably a great deal. Now, I know people go on about again, Moisés Caicedo, and we go on about this, and again, I'll talk about Caicedo in a moment. But for me, I think the problem is this transfer market. Again, you've got 30 million pound players going for 50, 60 million pounds, and the owners aren't willing to change the model, aren't willing to change the process of what Liverpool normally do. But then again, like I said, it's not a normal transfer window. Like we said, we've got players going for 50, 60, 70 million pounds that would be going for 30 or 40. Like, again, the market is unbelievably high this summer. And again, like Chelsea, for example, obviously with Lavia and Caicedo, Chelsea's at fault for this. Chelsea, Manchester City, PSG, all these teams are at fault for the market exceeding the expectation. And then, of course, complaining then that the fact that the market is so high. And again, it's their fault. Again, spending 120 million euros on Enzo Fernandez, for example, that was unnecessary for Chelsea. Chelsea could have waited and didn't. And that's the annoying part about it, realistically. And I just think that, look, when people turn around and go, oh, well, yeah, Liverpool should pay. I agree. Liverpool should absolutely pay the 50 million because that's the market that we're in. But unfortunately, again, it won't be the case with that anyway. But again, let me know your guys' thoughts, basic on just on the Lavia stuff at the moment as well. And of course, I know plenty of people, mention in terms of again FSG and this, that, and the other. And again, look, let me know your guys' thoughts again because it has been a very frustrating last 3 weeks, certainly in the transfer window. Anyway, but keep saying error sending messages. Let me quickly have a look. As far as I know, everything should be good. Again, leave your comments in the comments. Can you comment now on it? Again, let me know. As far as I can tell, that again, you can send messages. I don't know why. Again, I know the streams are blurry, but I can't do anything about it. The internet's good. Everything on my end's good. StreamYard, for some reason, doesn't agree with things. Again, I have to upgrade things, but again, problem is money. And money isn't a proper thing right now, anyway. But thank God it's blurry. Thank God it's blurry. Isn't me. It's because again, yeah, it is probably the stream. Apologies for it. By the way, we will sign Lavia and Chelsea will sign Caicedo. Our interest will make Chelsea buckle and overpay for Caicedo. Yeah, again, I'll get talking about the Caicedo stuff because again, stuff is breaking right now about it. Of course, which we will talk about it because again, yeah, there's stuff breaking on it right now as well, which I will get up for the stream anyway. But won't send messages. Hopefully it does again. Obviously, leave a comment, guys. I want Nicolai Barella, and yeah, like you said, but Carl, no chance of Nicolai Barella joining Liverpool. It's my 37th birthday today, and I feel like 57 with this Liverpool stuff. Well, happy birthday, Daryl. Hopefully, you have a good day, mate. But yeah, to be fair, I'm 24, and it makes me feel old, like old. Like it's ridiculous. Hi Connor as well. Evening, Bry. Hopefully doing well, mate. What is going on at our club? I'd like to know, mate. I genuinely would like to know because I don't have a clue what's going on. I don't even think we know because that's the thing. Like, what's frustrating about it is like Liverpool. Like, if we get one or two injuries, we are in real trouble in midfield, and we are. Again, obviously we've got, you look at our midfield options right now. You've got McAllister, Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Thiago, Bajcetic, Gakpo at a push because again he can play as one of the tens. Is there anyone else I'm forgetting at the minute, chat? In terms of midfielders, I can't think of any. Yeah, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Thiago, Harvey Elliott, yeah, Maka, Szoboszlai, Jones, Harvey, Bajcetic. Probably that's it. Isn't it in the midfield? Again, you have one injury or two injuries. You're leaving yourself in an absolute state. And again, it's not good enough, in my opinion. But just brought the new home shirt. I think I need to set up. Just giving a page on Facebook to pay the rent now. Yeah, shirt prices are ridiculous. Again, I've got my shirt. But again, it costs. I remember because we went to Anfield and they were doing like a special deal, and it was around, I think £70. I think it was in the end, but that was with badges and McAllister on the back. I don't mind. But again, it was ridiculous pricing on kits. Sold Fabinho for 40 mils, so just pay the 50 or just go FSG. Yeah, absolutely. Do you feel Lavia is going to Chelsea, Connor? Again, I don't know. The thing is, I saw plenty of people worried on Twitter. The one thing I will say, it will either be Caicedo or Lavia. It will not be both. Was it Tyler Adams has gone to Chelsea today? and then he signed his medical. That's all done. I think even that's like, here we go from Fabrizio Romano. So there's no way that Chelsea will be getting Caicedo, Lavia, and Tyler Adams. There's no way. My opinion, anyway. But again, we'll just have to wait and see. FSG tried to sell up. People are forgetting that no proper bids, so they're not getting anywhere soon. True, but again, I think that ship has sailed for now. Anyway, Bri. Jim saying, Liverpool planning to make an official bid for Moises Caicedo in the coming hours. That's what I was going to bring up, to be fair. But we will dive straight into the Moises Caicedo news then. And of course, obviously, that's been the main one for today, about Moises Caicedo. Now, Matt Law, from the Telegraph, I believe, Matt Law is from, saying, understand Liverpool have outbid Chelsea for Moises Caicedo, which would also help explain Liverpool's bid for Lavia, or Chelsea's bid for Lavia, sorry. Suggestions, however, remain that Caicedo would prefer a Chelsea move. Again, more to follow. Obviously backed up by Neil Jones as well, saying Liverpool have made a contact with Brighton over Moises Caicedo, as per Matt Law's report, but the sources have indicated that the Ecuadorian is still expected to join Chelsea. The Reds' pursuit of Romeo Lavia remains ongoing, obviously, while Thiago has been linked with Al Ahly, of course, which is Bobby Firmino's team, which, of course, I think those rumours have got shutting down as well for Thiago. Of course, Melissa Reddy as well, saying both Liverpool and Brighton are confirming that there has been no formal bid yet for Moises Caicedo. However, contact between the clubs is a willingness to discuss a fee and agree a deal if it is to be done. Player preference of destination is important, which of course would be similar towards Jude Bellingham, like how we saw Bellingham wanted Real Madrid, chose Real Madrid. Of course, Liverpool left the race before that, but again, there was no clear indication that he wanted to come to Liverpool. I think that'll be similar with the Moises Caicedo stuff as well, and Fabrizio Romano as well. This was about 2 hours ago, saying that this morning Liverpool did prepare an approach for a verbal bid for Moises Caicedo, which of course I think everyone went a bit loopy on. But the be all and end all of the situation was this from Paul Joyce, saying regarding contact with Brighton, Liverpool say the exercise was part of their due diligence, in the transfer market, primarily in case Chelsea cannot or will not proceed with a deal that has been dragged on, which of course again means FSG don't want to pay. There you go, which again is very frustrating in that regard as well. I'm going to quickly check. Oh, there we go. I thought that I was like, I wonder who this is messaging me, but again, thank you very much for that as well. But again, of course, it's majorly where again with the news of that, the due diligence of it. I think again, I think everyone was gutted by that, and just because again, Paul Joyce come out with that. Obviously, we know that certain journalists come out deny the rumor straight away. And again, it's that similar approach where, oh, well, if they can't do a deal, then we'll go in for him. And it's like, you do look at it and you look at the statistics and you look at the stats of both Romeo Lavia and Moises Caicedo. Yes, Caicedo is above Lavia at this present moment in time. And I think Caicedo has that edge of going to world class, or has that, that sign right now, right here, right now, of being on the edge of world class. Lavia could be that, but it would take longer. And again, we talk about experience. Again, Lavia is 19. Again, Moises Caicedo is 21. Again, there's an age gap there. There's experience there. Of course, Chelsea have been working on this deal for about 2 months now, and it just seems that a lot of people, excuse me, I spat then, a load of people have been working on the deal behind the scenes. For Liverpool to just walk straight in there, of course, we know if it's the right person, if it's the right player, Liverpool might do it. Look at Virgil van Dijk, look at Alisson Becker. But the problem is with Liverpool, we're so far behind personally. We've gone completely off topic in terms of how we normally do things. Again, we normally approach the player side, then we go in with a bid. Like, look how many times Liverpool have gone for a person, bid for them, and then Liverpool have got their man. It's very rare that Liverpool don't do that. And again, with Lavia, we've seen the negative side of it, where we've bid for the player multiple times and still not got him. And that's the thing where I think there was a report out today saying that Chelsea see Lavia as they see him as an alternative for Moises Caicedo, which would explain again the bid. But for Liverpool to turn around then and go, oh, well, we're going to go and pay this amount for Moises Caicedo, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know if it does for you as well. For me, it doesn't make sense. But again, it's very much a sort of scary situation, but it's very much untelling situation in terms of, again, what does it mean? Could Chelsea potentially end up getting both? I don't think they will, personally. But it's scary, the fact that, again, we are going into the first game of the season against Chelsea without a DM, without a recognised DM anyway. And normally Liverpool would have these things sorted. It's not. It's usually the fact that Liverpool, okay, there might be a situation where later on in the transfer window there might be a deal that makes sense and Liverpool do it. Of course, look at Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain when we signed him back in 2017. He made perfect sense for Liverpool at the time, and I think we signed him on transfer deadline day of that summer. And again, if there is a deal out there that makes sense for Liverpool, we'll go out and do it. But this has just been dragged on and dragged on and dragged on. Again, the best in quality right here, right now, that you wouldn't have to progress much is Moises Caicedo. The problem is Chelsea have a bigger purse than Liverpool, and Liverpool is so far behind in personal terms, it's unbelievable. And again, it will be one or the other. So again, and you look at Lavia as well. Lavia might be going and going, well, hang on a minute, you wanted me. Why am I going to wait for yous? We're going to go and try and bid for Moises Caicedo now, where Lavia's going, oh, well, I'm going to go and talk to Manchester United, or I'm going to go and talk to Arsenal, for example. Like, why is he going to turn around and stay and wait for Liverpool? Again, Liverpool's an intriguing position because, again, if it works out brilliantly, Lavia will become Liverpool's number 1 6 at the club, and then again he could be the number 6 then for many years to come. But it's just a built up of frustration, and again, obviously, I'll get a couple of tweets up that have come out just now, but it feels like the next 24 to 48 hours is going to be huge. Again, Klopp's press conference in the morning is going to be very interesting if people do ask the correct questions. And yeah, it's a very nervous time, I would say, at the moment as well. So again, guys, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. I'm going to quickly see if I can get those tweets up for you guys anyway. If I can quickly get them up for you. There we go. I don't want to get that up. Is there anything on there? Where have they gone? So again, guys, let me know your guys' thoughts. I will quickly get back into the comments in a brief moment as well. But again, let me know your guys' thoughts on Moises Caicedo. Let me know your guys' thoughts on Lavia as well. Because again, I actually should have put it in the poll as well. Who will Liverpool get, Moises Caicedo or Romeo Lavia? I still think Liverpool get Lavia over Caicedo, but again, it's going to be a very interesting story. Quickly. So if I quickly get this tweet up from Anfield Talk right now, from Fabrizio Romano as well. There we go. So Fabrizio Romano saying that Liverpool, if that comes up for you guys, there we go. So it says from Fabrizio Romano, breaking: Liverpool have made contact with Brighton this morning, planning to submit a formal bid for Moises Caicedo in the following hours. Of course, he does go on to say as well that Brighton have come out and said that it is to the highest bidder that, of course, Moises Caicedo will go to. There's no preference in terms of Chelsea, in terms of Liverpool, of course, but again, it might be that case of if Liverpool say, for example, oh yeah, we'll verbally bid £90 million, Chelsea may just come straight in and go, right, we're going to actually pay the 90 million, and then Liverpool walk in then and get Lavia. That might be the situation, but it's a dangerous situation as well, because again, we've had free hits at Lavia. We've had completely free run at Romeo Lavia, and we've taken that much time that again now we face the possibility of there being a bidding war for Lavia, which again is not good. It just doesn't make sense to go into it, because again, Southampton will be loving this. Southampton will be licking their lips, going, "Well, if Chelsea have given up on Caicedo, then we can then maybe even get 60 million or even a bit more for Romeo Lavia," which again they would absolutely love that, but for us would be an absolute nightmare. So yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. So I'm going to quickly read out everyone's comments in the comment section down below. Quickly scroll back up because the chat has just zoomed all the way down. Right, where we buy? There we go. Arthur's in saying Lavia overpriced. He's only 19 and they want 50 million. It's too much. He's worth around 30 to 35 million. I would agree, 100%. But unfortunately, that's the way it is in this current market as well. James, don't listen to these Jerdos as well. Again, is there a James in here? Haven't seen if there is a James. It's fine, Connor. That's just the thing. YouTube does every now and then. You just need to close chat and open it as well. Oh, there we go. Again, I didn't know what was going on. Big up Brogue, big up Ends. I was in earlier on, check out the stream as well. Good to see a load of people in the stream as well. So pick up Ends as well. Obviously, go and subscribe over to Ends channel as well if you're not already. Hi, the congrats on everyone. How are you? How are you? And also, how is your family? I think everyone's good. Thanks for asking. FSG out or back. Klopp, no ambition by FSG. Klopp burned out our players. Same system, same formation, injury prone. Many thanks as well. I think again, Klopp's press conference is going to be interesting tomorrow. On again, the questions he gets asked and the answers he gives as well. Again, transfer questions he never answers, but it will be interesting whether or not, again, sometimes he does dive into things a little bit. And again, it will be interesting. Of course, we will have clips as well on shorts as well. So again, keep your eyes out for that tomorrow. 8 outgoings and 2 incomings. Again, not good enough. Bless up to the chat as well. Pick up Ends as well. Good seeing you. Tiago. Yeah, I think I forgot Tiago twice, didn't I, Brian? But big up, bro. Hi, Ends, how are you? Hope you have a good day. God bless. The only first team starter that left is Fabinho. In terms of main 11, yeah, probably. Again, obviously, the thing for me, you can't include Ox and Naby Keita in the scenario because they never played. That's the realistic thing of it. I think when you look at McAllister's numbers compared to Keita's over the last couple of years, McAllister just blows Naby Keita out the water. And that's the thing, realistically, when you look at certain aspects of it. Again, McAllister, if he was to bring in Lavia, this is just an example. Lavia, McAllister, and Dominic Szoboszlai played, I think it was about 400 odd minutes more, or like 800 minutes more than the whole of Liverpool's midfield last season, which again, that's just unbelievable and shocking as well in some aspects. Traps in saying get someone in FSG or leave as well. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Again, it's for me, it's not good enough. The annoying thing though as well is to let your number, because again, I think David Ornstein mentioned it in terms of being that, in terms of what they said about in terms of a six, and Liverpool didn't feel comfortable letting Fabinho go without having a plan. And that's the thing where, for me, that's the biggest one. Again, getting a squad options, I think that's different. But when it comes to main sixes and main players as well, that's the thing for me that's a bit frustrating. Where, look, you need to get a recognised number six. You need to replace the quality. We signed probably the best on the market at the time for a six. You've got Caicedo there. You've got Lavia there. Go and get them. Like, stop, like, arguing over like a couple of million. Just go and get them. Get Jurgen his players in the one he wants, and then again, look, go and get the deal done. Like, it's so stupid just to go and wait. Even if it costs an extra 5 million, go and do it. Look, I'd much rather Liverpool pay the extra 5 million, and then again be able to start Lavia then against Chelsea, instead of being right here 2-3 days from the start of the season, to then going, oh crap, like we've actually got a problem here, and that's what we've ended up having again, and that's not good. And it's not just, again, I know, and again for me, I'm not FSG in, I'm FSG out, but it's not just them to blame. It goes down the core. You can even blame Jurgen Klopp a little bit for it as well. You can blame him, you can blame Jorg, you can blame the owners, you can blame, there's a structure to it, and you can blame everyone for it. And yeah, it's not good enough from everyone as well. But what if Chelsea buy Lavia, Caicedo, and Tyler Adams? They play against Liverpool on Sunday. I don't think they buy all of them. I think it's Tyler Adams and then one of the other of Caicedo or Lavia. But I think it's Caicedo. I think Lavia will sign for Liverpool. And then Lavia will, not Caicedo, sorry. Don't click that. Lavia joins Liverpool. Caicedo goes to Chelsea, I think, anyway. Caicedo. Lavia is worth 30 mil and Caicedo is worth 50. Yeah. In an ideal market, yes. NCV, thanks. You're welcome. Bless you, mate, as well as Richard. Quickly scroll down. Bossing FSG out. So yeah, I would agree 100%. Drop a like, people, and subscribe if you're new as well. Yeah, if you could, very much appreciate it as always. If there is anyone new here, of course, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, guys. Daryl saying, what confuses me is why hasn't Lavia put in a transfer request or started telling me to Liverpool? He can't be that desperate. The thing is, there's different ways going around it. I think with Lavia, he doesn't want to disrespect Southampton. I think that's a given in the situation. And again, even if he does put in a transfer request, it's not going to change anything. Southampton are adamant that they're not selling for less than 50 million. Again, transfer requests normally get the budget down or gets the fee down. In this case, it's not going to happen. So why would he do it? I think it's telling enough as it is for Lavia to be on the bench for the start of the season for Southampton and then not play at all in the cup game midweek. I think that's a sign in itself that they think he's going to be going, and Liverpool or whoever gets Lavia, they think they can get him as well. So what is the point of a transfer request? I understand though where you're coming from, Daryl, but again, I don't see there's no point in it. Then I would say. Again, they know he wants to go. They know he wants to join Liverpool or join wherever he wants to go. But again, that's the situation that we're in at the minute, anyway. But whoever he says he will defend FSG, Klopp is a yes man. Klopp's defended FSG plenty of times because he's had to. He hasn't. He hasn't wanted to. And again, Klopp has called out the owners at time. Again, I don't know if you guys remember in terms of when was it the centre back crisis season when he called them out when he was like, "Look, I'm having to play Jordan Henderson and James Milner at centre half instead of having centre backs available," and then we ended up getting Kabak and Davies for that as well. So again, he has, Klopp's been very open in the past, and I think even the back end of last season, he was very open in terms of investment, in terms of getting the people in that he wants. Again, obviously the transfer window isn't closed, but looking at it right now, not looking good. It's really not looking good. Caicedo won't happen. It's a pipe dream. I'd agree. Chelsea could easily get both Caicedo and Lavia. They could. They absolutely could. I just don't think they will, personally. I don't know if anyone else feels like that. They could get both, all three of them, potentially, in terms of Tyler Adams and the two of them as well. Wiggs not really, because Fabrizio said we are bidding as well. He did say we're bidding, but I'm just going to quickly see if there's anything else that he has said. What has it come out now about 10 o'clock that Liverpool have bid what 70 million and a packet of biscuits, or 10 million and a packet of biscuits? Okay, that would be funny if that was to be the case. What else do we have? Will they all shut up if we sign Caicedo? Seriously though, if we sign Caicedo for 100 mil, how will the usual suspects put a negative spin on it? That's the thing where, and I know there's been plenty of toxicity on social media. Again, there'll probably be people coming to the chat as well, being toxic and that. And that's the thing where we all want the same thing. We all want Liverpool to be successful. We want Liverpool to win. We want Liverpool to win Premier Leagues, Champions Leagues, to be the best team in the world. At one point we was. And that's the thing where we've been so fortunate over the last 5, 6, 7 years to be at a level where we was the best team in the world, and we want to get back to that. We desperately want to get back to that. Even the quadruple chasing season, Liverpool were unbelievable in that second half of the season, like ridiculous, and that's the level we want to get back to. And it will take time. I think that's what people to forget. It will take time, no matter who comes in. Doesn't matter if Caicedo comes in, doesn't matter if Lavia comes in, doesn't matter if Andre comes in. Liverpool will take time to go back to the best. Again, this Liverpool 2.0, it's not going to happen overnight. I'd love it too. And Caicedo, if he was to come in, again, would help with that 100%. But it's just, for me, people need to have the expectation of, again, this is Liverpool 2016-2017, where we first had the full season of Klopp and had the rebuild beginning. That is what Liverpool are now. Liverpool are rebuilding to become the best team in the world yet again, hopefully. And hopefully it does come sooner rather than later. But hopefully as well, it can be rebuilt and we can do it right and we can be the best team in the world, fighting City, fighting Chelsea, fighting United, fighting Champions Leagues, everything, and do it our way. And that's what we hope. But again, hopefully it gets backed as well. That's the thing that's the most important. If Klopp wants a player, go and get the player. Doesn't matter the price. Go and get him. And that's the thing for me. I don't care how much it is. I don't care if Klopp wants a player that's 5 million or if he's 90 million. I don't care. If he's the right player, if Liverpool think he's the correct player as well, then go and get him. Because again, this manager is the best manager I've had in my lifetime at Liverpool Football Club. And I've had Houllier, or the back end of Houllier, Rafa, Brendan Rodgers. Obviously don't class Roy in that regard, but we've been so fortunate and so blessed over the last couple of years to be in the place that we are. And again, you've got a manager in Manchester who's considered an all-time great, and we stopped him. We stopped Pep Guardiola from winning Champions League, Premier League. The only club to do it, by the way, the only team to do it. We was at our top, 98 points, 99 points. We were the only team to stop Manchester City, and I want to get back to that. Everyone wants to get back to that. And that's the thing that does my head in quite a lot on social media, where people just go argue for this sake and this that. You can have debates on social media. You can have a rightful conversation about a topic. When people turn it toxic, people turn it against a narrative. For example, we all want the same thing. We all want Liverpool to be successful. We want Liverpool to fight. We want Liverpool to be back to being the best team in the world. And that is what hopefully we will bloody do. as well. But FSG pit tactics. Hope Chelsea sign both and can punch some top reds as well. Says Yobo as well. Brilliant, fantastic from what I just spoke about as well. But Trop, I believe it when I see it, mate. We've been angling for 50 million for Lavia, but suddenly bidding for 100 million for Caicedo. Work it out. One thing I will say, I'm going to quickly check as well. So yeah, the latest thing on it is Liverpool are planning to bid for Moises Caicedo. So yeah, from Fabrizio Romano. So again, like what I just showed you guys, Liverpool are planning to submit a formal offer for Moises Caicedo in the next hours. The next 24 hours are crucial for both Liverpool and Chelsea. So again, we'll have to wait and see. Fact Chelsea got Tyler Adams shows Chelsea will only sign one of Caicedo or Lavia. Hopefully, just one of them. I think it'll be one of them. That's the for me. I hope that's the case. Of again, Liverpool. It will be one or the other. One will go to Liverpool. One will go to Chelsea as well. That's what I would say. Anyway, but again, that's what I hope for. But again, realistically, I think it'd be Lavia. Caicedo has always been my number one choice, but I just don't expect the club to spend that much as well. Yeah, I think everyone is also in agreement with that. Absolutely, 100%. But they Wigs as well. Get him now, FSG. Don't just talk as well. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Trap saying our fans are a desperate bunch. Depressing. I think that's because again, I'm optimistic for this season. I don't know if anyone else is. Like even though with the way the DM situation is, I'm still very much optimistic for the season. The front line's amazing. Szoboszlai and McAllister are brilliant signings. The thing is, get a DM, get a centre back in, and then hopefully, you can sort ourselves out. But it's only if it happens as well. But yeah, depressing I think is the best one. We will probably end up with an injured hologram on loan as well. Maybe Arthur Miller, maybe. Yeah, he has gone to Florentina, to be fair. The likelihood of FSG paying 100 mil for Caicedo is about the same as me growing wings as well, says Vaz as well. Yeah, to be fair, there's nothing yet suggesting it's 100 mil. I know there's talk about it, but Chelsea's latest offer was it 80 mil or 85 mil? Could be 90 for Liverpool potentially. Again, we don't see it happening. Cater and Ox were close for 2 years. Yeah, that's true. As well. Yobo as well. If you want to watch your comments, mate, then again, I don't mind you being in here. I don't mind you having your conversation. But again, if you want to be negative, if you want to watch them, then I will ban it. Our fans aren't desperate at all. We expect the best, and rightly so. But FSG make us feel like we're championship. Yeah, I would agree. Absolutely. Vaz, do you reckon we will get Lavia, Caicedo, a hologram as well? Hologram. No, we're gonna sign. We're gonna sign. What's his name? Jay Spearing. Sorry, we're gonna sign Jay Spearing on another on another signing as well. Another signing that made no sense on another deal. Sorry, that's because I said the word signing and I've just read it out. I hope we get a centre back because if we don't, we're in poor shape as well. I would agree, 100%. Left-sided centre back is huge. Andy Robertson's not good for this system. Again, not his fault. I think our fans would have more faith in owners that actually cared and wanted to win. True, I would agree. Hologram of Navigator would have been more used than actual Navigator. True. I think is he still in recovery? I think for the injury he picked up in pre-season. Again, what like again? I think he played 30 minutes was a chat, and then he got re-injured on his with his leg. Again, ridiculous. Let me quickly. Oh, Fred's going to Fenerbahce. Nice. Anyone want Fred from United? No, I'm kidding. Absolute rank. Canate and Van Dijk need help. true, absolutely 100%. Someone said we wanted Kunde. Yeah, there was a rumor back, I think a month ago, 2 months ago, suggesting it. Not going to happen. Barca want 80 million, is it? 90 million, potentially. As far as I said there, yeah, Barca want Sal Kunde. I think they would, but it would take ridiculous numbers to get him out of the out of Barca. Sorry. We need to find a centre back where it's a loan with an obligation to buy next season as well. What is it? The thing is, Liverpool are looking for a defender that's 24 and under, and with that, you're leaving yourself very short of what you can do in the market, and that's realistically where Liverpool are at as well. Where they massively hoped, and I will still stand by this. Liverpool massively hoped that Levi Colwill would be available next summer. I think. I think Liverpool would have happily left Caicedo like they would have left him this summer, and then next summer, then they would have gone all in for him. That's what I would have believed before, of course, he signed his new deal. But of course, never going to happen now. The last opinion is that FSG are all about the value. For example, they will pay 80 million if they value a player at 80 million, but will not pay 50 million if they value a player at 40. Yeah, no, absolutely, 100%. And that's the thing with Lavia, where I think was it Neil Jones said that again Liverpool's valuation is 35 to 40 for Lavia. They've gone well above that to get him. Now, by the looks, if they rate Caicedo at that's a Tuchemeni money, because I think that's what they might look at him as potentially. Then they might go all in for him. But again, I do think it's a dream if Liverpool did go for him. Of course, if there is that supposed bid from what Fabrizio Romano said in terms of Liverpool do submit an official bid, how much would it be? As well, that would be interesting to see what does happen there. We must have scouted some centre backs as well. We have plenty. I think again, there's a list out there, absolutely 100%. Maybe we have something in the pipeline after we get this Lavia thing sorted. Hopefully, you'd hope so. I'd still like Inacio at 40, but I would as well. I think is it the Bayern Leverkusen centre half as well? Heiko or Haki? I think he followed a bunch of Liverpool people yesterday, so who knows? We'll bring back Kabak or Mello, Jesus Christ. Real Madrid get on my tip now. Well, yeah. Well, they took what Bellingham. They took Tuchemeni as well. Just yeah, horrific. And as well, they're about to sign David De Gea, aren't they? Because Courtois has broken his ACL, which could be him out for a while. Like again, like I'm talking like could even be out for the whole season, or even the start of next season as well. So again, obviously a massive injury there, but it doesn't matter if new owners come in. Either City and Saudi will still be in the Premier League, plus United, Chelsea. There's no guaranteed hyper competitive league now, unless we want state ownership as well. Yeah, absolutely. Bring back basically Jesus Christ, Stephen. What else do we have? State owners is fine and dandy to me for LFC, says Vaz. What we should actually be getting Caicedo, Thuram, Lavia, Pavard and Reece James, and a decent centre back, and that should be for the last 3 years. The thing is, I think there was not basically on that, but I think there was an interview or a blog on, was it Michael Edwards, and like how he left. Again, not him directly, of course, it was people paraphrasing it, and they were saying that again, Liverpool wanted to rebuild things 3-4 years ago, where now you would see the effect of them. and instead we didn't. We ended up re-signing Jordan Henderson to a new deal, and certain other players, they stayed for longer, like Milner and Ox, for example. Like, again, back 2, 3, 4 years ago, it was probably fine. Looking at it now, it's probably, some decisions just didn't make sense as well. But yeah, no, again, there's certain aspects of things which, again, is very frustrating. I've been a positive as much as could be, our owners, but I said last season, if they don't get this window right, then the tide will turn, and let's face it, up till now, they haven't got it right. Yeah, absolutely. Man, I've seen you as well, mate, as well. But yeah, absolutely, 100%. Anyway, but before we do head off, anyway, guys, let me quickly run through all the news. Anyway, from both Lavia and Caicedo, of course. You can see there, obviously, Romeo Lavia. Obviously, there's been a bid of £48 million, including add-ons. Of course, the closest valuation that Southampton have managed to get for Romeo Lavia. But of course, it has been rejected as per Paul Joyce at the present moment in time. Of course, that's been rejected. And on Moises Caicedo, Matt Law reported this morning that I understand Liverpool have outbid Chelsea for Moisés Caicedo, which would also help explain Chelsea's bid for Romeo Lavia. Of course, obviously, plenty of Liverpool journos reporting on it. But of course, Fabrizio Romano saying this morning Liverpool did prepare and approached for a verbal bid for Moises Caicedo. He's also added on this, of course, I'll quickly see if I can get it back up, saying that, as actually I can get it up right now for you, as he said right here, saying that Liverpool have made contact with Brighton in the morning, planning to submit a formal bid for Moises Caicedo in the following hours. So again, we are waiting and hoping that there is something there, but again, it is just a dream in that regard as well. But of course, Paul Joyce also put out saying regarding contact with Brighton, of course, obviously it was part of Liverpool's due diligence, depending on whether or not Liverpool or Chelsea would do a plan, or Chelsea cannot do a bid, or whether or not they would pull out of the race as well. So again, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. If you're watching on repeat, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. The stream's actually fine now, I think. So again, that's good news for stuff for later on. Anyway, of course, we will be back live at 9 o'clock as well, guys. So again, we're going to be back live at 9 o'clock for a Premier League prediction show. Tomorrow is the post-match show for Liverpool v Chelsea. Again, it might be a bit earlier tomorrow because, of course, Manchester City kick off the season against Burnley as well. So again, we might do the previous show a bit earlier than what we normally do it. Because again, obviously the Premier League football, I don't think anyone's going to be tuning in for that anyway. But if there is anything that breaks between now and 9 o'clock, or even at 9 o'clock, for Lavia, for Caicedo, of course, we will be live straight away for you guys to talk about it. And if there is anything that does come out, we'll let you guys know in the comments down below. You guys will know. Again, comment, of course, Twitter, anything. Comment? What about comment? Twitter, YouTube, any of that stuff. Discord as well, if you're not following us on Discord. Again, I'll go and check out our Discord page as well. But again, I don't think there's anything else to mention, unless I've missed anything now. Let me quickly check. No. Anyway, but guys, make sure you lot have a fantastic rest of your day. Again, please check out, again, the Premier League prediction show, 9 o'clock. We're going to be live, so again, come back, make sure you're live for that. Going to be previewed after this, so hopefully I'll see you guys then anyway. But until next time, guys, that's going to be it from me. I've been Connor from the Cup Council. I'll see you all later on. Ta-ra.